Okay, I promised I was going to talk about fiber. So, with a high protein diet, especially, there's a couple things that could happen. You could either, one, a lot of protein could build up in the kidney and the liver, so you do definitely need to be drinking a lot of water. Um, but with fiber, fiber not only helps the digestive process and helps the protein go through, if you know what I mean, it also helps lower cholesterol. People with high cholesterol, that's why your doctors tell you to eat oatmeal. And we also want to take in greens. Greens are like the new fad. All of a sudden, bodybuilders have been doing green or the green drinks, at least for the last 20 years that I know of. So what I tend to do, I go to Trader Joe's. God, I'm going to get so many plugs. Psyllium of the Nile is an all natural husk. Psyllium is what's in Metamucil. The only thing is that if you go to the store to go get Metamucil, it's got all the chemicals and sugars and all that stuff added. Last thing you want to do is add sugar into your intestine system. One, it's going to build up more sludge in your intestine, and you know what that means. Psyllium, the whole idea is to clean out the colon tract, going all the way through the intestine. There's three portions of your intestine and what it's supposed to do for your body. By the time it gets to the bottom end, it's supposed to be what's coming out, but it sticks inside, and that's what actually causes toxicity in your body. That is why sometimes you wake up in the morning and you feel sluggish after you've eaten a full meal at the night before. So twice a day, usually, you can do 1 to 2 tablespoons of the psyllium husk. And again, there's nothing added to it. There's no sugar, so yeah, it looks like sawdust. Warning, if you've never taken psyllium before, don't let it sit. So the moment that you put it in the water, it needs to hit. So what I do, since I have to take the greens as well, I'll mix it with the psyllium today, but a lot of times I might even add that into my shakes, especially with the greens, green shakes and green smoothies or whatnot. It does say a tablespoon. I'm using a teaspoon here, so I'm going to actually hit 2. So yeah, it smells kind of like seaweed and kale and all kinds of stuff. It's not that bad. It doesn't taste super bad, but I wouldn't want to do it on its own. But what I will do then is I'm going to actually take just 1 tablespoon, which is 2 teaspoons, relatively terms. Now when you mix this up, like I said, it does exactly what it's supposed to do in the colon. Those fibers actually start to get really super full, and it becomes gummy, jello-like. And its purpose is as it goes down, it's going to pull everything with it. So if you do this correctly and you do your psyllium at least 1 week straight, you're going to use less toilet paper at the end of the day because your poop is actually going to be fluffy. And that's actually going to be more fibrous, pulling everything down. So healthier. And again, that's part of the reason why you do detox diets and whatnot too, is that the toxicity, um, it actually aids in helping getting colon cancers and stuff like that. And everybody knows that one of the greatest blonde bombshells, Farrah Fawcett, died of colon cancer. Some of the stuff that we know now, she probably would have lived a lot longer too, um, had she done some of the stuff that we now know. So again, keeping a healthy colon is also key. And until then, watch me guzzle this down.